What do these situations all have in common?
So Obama's talking about all of this with the global warming and that. A lot of it's a hoax. It's a hoax. I mean, it's a money-making industry, okay?
This myth started way back in the 1990s when a paper was published by a doctor who looked at 12 kids and theorized that their autism was due to vaccines.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection?
No, we did much better in 2020. We won. We did win. It was a rigged election.
President Trump's lies about supposed fraud in that election.
By the way, 82% of the country understands that it was a rigged election.
Issued a detailed report showing that there is absolutely no evidence of widespread fraud in the 2020
Carlson called
election.
January 6th, quote, mostly peaceful and meek with a small percent that was
they
violent.
want to hide it if it hurts the
A
left.
small group of them, and peacefully and
Sometimes
patriotically,
their
which
bare
nobody
hands
uses. My words were.
would beat
From
police
the brutal
officers and
truth
damage the Capitol.
about the violent coup that Donald Trump
I thought it
fomented.
was actually a beautiful thing. It was a protest.
They all spread something called misinformation.
But what exactly is misinformation? It's not just weight loss scams and conspiracy theories. It could also be politically charged, and the spread of it can significantly affect a democracy.
I feel like there's a lot of misinformation on social media. I think, especially in like the past year, I've seen a lot about like a lot of marginalized communities.
Well, I guess off the top of my head, and I guess at the top of my heart too, is misinformation about what's going on in Palestine, in Gaza.
You know, the whole birther thing with President Obama that Trump started, that he wasn't born in America because he hasn't showed his birth certificate. I mean, obviously that was disproven. So I'm not sure if people still believe that or not, but there's plenty of people that believe that Donald Trump won the 2020 election too, which he did not.
Misinformation is defined as deliberately shared wrong information, or fake news, which is distinct from simple misperceptions, or genuine mistakes. It poses many threats to democracy, which thrives on the active and honest participation of its citizens. Emphasis on the honest part. It can undermine trust in government and government agencies, and professionals or experts on the topic. It can influence voter behavior by making people believe false information, unknowingly voting against their own interests. It can increase political polarization, amplifying extreme views and ideologies and lessening common ground between political parties. It can increase political hostility and extremism, for example, the January 6th riot, and last but not least, can influence voter turnout.
Well, my example was with marginalized communities. I think people often other them or treat them as like an enemy, and treating someone as an enemy like creates fear around this community, and that's what I think like the right has especially used to like kind of polarize us politically, whereas like some people are just scared of like what's gonna happen if like we let these people like live their lives pretty much, and it kind of like ostracizes and makes these other people seem crazy. And you want to stick to one side because you are only informed of one side.
Well, a lot of misinformation, spreads lies about the government, right? And what the government's doing or has done. So of course it undermines people's faith in the government if they consume it and if they, believe it.
The one that kind of lights my brain up the most is political polarization. Misinformation 100% contributes to that itself, because I know we always talk about left-wing versus right-wing, Democrat versus Republic, liberal/progressive versus conservative, and that in itself is polarization. The way that politics is polarized is through information. That's the only way that we can decide what side we are on, what side we're polarized to.
So why do people believe and spread this stuff anyway? Some people have financial incentives, some people are too lazy to fact check, but most of the time, it's because of biases. People tend to seek out and believe information that aligns with their views, beliefs, and ideologies, false or not. This is also known as confirmation bias.
What a lot of places or entities or institutions want in order to destabilize communities, they want us to be confused. They want us to be untrustworthy of each other. They want us to be unsure of each other. They want us to be afraid of each other. Those are just all these different ways that people use misinformation to like divide people or to just scare people. Because how can we work together if we're all afraid of each other?
People tend to exaggerate stories and stuff like that to kind of like make people choose their side or like make themselves look better or make other people look worse. And I think that applies to like interpersonally, like high school relationships, like, oh, this person did this, and like maybe they did something like that, but they tend to like exaggerate the story completely. I think that also applies on like a political level where like, oh, maybe like one thing happened, but then like a government or a news organization will like take it and twist it to kind of like make a narrative. So I think typically misinformation is spread to like solidify a narrative.
Well, I think misinformation that the American public consumes is generally justifying or reinforcing beliefs they already have, right? So if you believe in something like QAnon, and you go on social media and you consume all this media about QAnon being, right about everything, and conspiracy theories are pretty easy to start, right, and to reinforce. So I think that's why. I think it reinforces beliefs that they already have.
Misinformation can significantly affect a democracy by getting in the way of maintaining order and protecting and promoting the public good. And while social media may have helped spread it, it is certainly not what created it. In order to stop this historical trend of believing misinformation, we need to get rid of the motivation behind spreading it before it causes bigger damage that cannot be fixed.